My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, each year, about this time, the bishop travels to 3 deaneries and he puts in a plug for the annual appeal. Of course, as you know, the virus that hit us last year, which came right after the appeal got started, this year prevents me from going to these various sites to in person making the appeal for the diocese. So you're stuck and I'm stuck right here in my office at the Catholic Center, and gives me the opportunity to make my appeal for the diocesan appeal right from here. And so I needed some help. So I asked our staff to provide me with some notes that I could tell you what this appeal is about, because I'm still new. I'm here a year now. And what I do recognize is that every diocese does this. Every diocese has a diocesan appeal. And usually it's sometime in the spring when the bishop makes this plug for various ministries in the diocese that are not handled by any other source of funding. So when I mention some of these, you'll be familiar with them. You should be familiar with them. If not, that's my job to make sure that you are, because it helps make the diocese function and helps the various ministries that we have work. So what would those be? First of all, I'm really looking forward to this spring when I get the privilege of ordaining a young man, Rainey Johnson, to the priesthood. This will be my first time to ordain someone to the priesthood. I ordained Rainey last spring to the diaconate, and he's been serving as a deacon since then. Now to the priesthood. Well, I'm just so looking forward to that opportunity. And but he's been in school, and school's expensive, as are the ways in which we educate all the seminarians who are behind him. The annual appeal helps us do that. And as you know, we can't function without our priest. And educating priests is a very expensive thing for us to do. So your support of this appeal helps fund priests. And when you see all the play on the ordination of Father Rainey Johnson in the spring, when you see all that and you read about it, you hear about it, know that your generosity made that happen too. When we talk about seminarians and we talk about priesthood, I'm immediately drawn to the need we have to minister to our young people. That's where our vocations come from. We need our parishes to have a good youth program, and that starts from the top down. The diocese has its own youth office, and we help parishes with their youth programs. Your support of the appeal helps the diocese in its youth ministry, and in turn, they help each parish. So please be generous to think of the future of the church, and think of the youth and the benefits that come to them because of what you do. We have a growing number of Hispanic brothers and sisters in our diocese. Little pockets here and there. Some larger parishes have a higher number of Hispanic members, but we do have a lot of small parishes that do as well. We have an office here at the Catholic Center for Hispanic Ministry, and we have two wonderful people who work in that office, and that work is very challenging because it's here and it's there and around the diocese, but it helps us minister to our brothers and sisters who come to us, many of them not knowing English at all, and many of them being for the first time in touch with the Catholic Church that does not speak their language. And so when we have Hispanic ministry emanating from the Catholic Center, it helps our brothers and sisters. It makes them feel at home. And of course, we want them to feel at home here among us. I would say that I'm very proud of our Catholic connection, and you should be getting this in the mail every every month. It's a wonderful, wonderful bit of information for us, and not just a bit of information, but the articles are so well written. I get an opportunity to write my own article in here, and there's even some recipes in here, but there are some wonderful articles here, and it keeps you in touch with what's going on throughout the diocese. Most of the time, your contact with the Catholic Church is your little church, wherever it might be. This gives you upfront information about all the different things going on throughout the diocese, and it's very, very well done. Well, there are a lot of things that are going on in our diocese. It's a wonderful place to be. It's my new home after a year, and I've really enjoyed my time here. It's been a joy to be able to go around the diocese from down in Manny and way up to Oak Grove and Lake Providence, and being around Monroe itself, and also to the parishes here and the schools in Monroe and in Shreveport. It's been a joy to be able to drive around, celebrate confirmation where that happens, and just visit with my new family, my new family. And so I'm not embarrassed to say that all of us, starting with me, need to be generous with this appeal, because that's how the church functions. There's an old expression, the gospel's free, but the electricity isn't, and the utilities aren't, and the ministries aren't, and so we really need your support. So on behalf of all of our brothers and sisters throughout the entire wonderful Diocese of Shreveport, I'm asking for your support this year. God bless you all.